that he supports his daughter who goes for engineering. People thought I'm mentally imbalanced because I'm joining a man's domain called engineering. They used to make fun of me when I used to go to college. They used to make fun of me, saying that look, that crack is going and all those things. It was not easy. A young girl of 17 years, people talking about you, and the more they talked, the more disciplined I became. I said no. What is this man's domain means? There's something which is really important which a woman cannot do. We used to have smithy, carpentry, welding, everything. In those days, engineering means a complete engineering, not only software engineering like today. You have to do all those things, light fitting, everything. And while I was doing, my colleagues never talked to me because they felt there's a new animal in the zoo that we don't know which side it will turn. Keep them at her at a distance. They used to look at me, but I realized it is not like, a man can do better, even we can do better. I used to do a better job than them. Welding also, I was very good in welding, carpentry, smithy, everything. And, in the first semester, I got first rank. That day I realized it's a more of an imagination. It's a man's domain. There's nothing like a man's or woman's domain. It's more in your mind. And you can break whatever is in your mind, you can break it. This attitude of mind that you can do whatever you want as long as legally, ethically right, helped me to do my engineering very well. It also made me to write a letter to JRD Tata because I was going abroad. I had 3 fellowships abroad to do my PhD. And I saw this advertisement, women students need not apply for Tata Motors, then called Telco. I felt very funny that even at this age, this was in 1974, it was in 1974, I said, okay, I did not know who was the head of the Tatas in those days. JRD Tata used to come to our institute. He was like a Greek god, very handsome. From a distance only we can see, because after all we are youngsters, students, and never had the courage to go and talk to such people and what to talk. So I just wrote a postcard to him. Mr. Tata, I'm surprised that you are such a progressive person and in your own institute, in your own companies, a woman need not apply for a job. You are paralyzing 50% of the population's strength. And a society where 50% of the people cannot work, that society will never progress and that nation will ultimately will not progress. If anybody would have done, I would understand, but not Tata, because you are always ahead of time. Let it be engineering, let it be in cloth, let it be in salt. Take anything, you are always ahead of time. I did not know his address. I wrote JRD Tata, Telco Bombay, and I posted the postcard. Actually, whole address was wrong. The correct address was the chairman of Telco in those days was S. Mulgaonkar, Sumant Mulgaonkar. It should be S. Mulgaonkar chairman, Telco, 24 Homi Modi Street, Tamarind Lane, Fort Bombay 1. This is the address. Because it was JRD Tata, it went to him. When he read that, he called his people and said, did you give such advertisement? He said, yes. He said, what a shame. How can you write like that? First of all, you give an opportunity to this girl. See, I come from a doctor's family in a small town known as Hubli. I don't come from a rich family or influential family or political family. I come from middle class ordinary family. And I married a middle class fellow. He became rich later. So J.R.D. felt sorry because he felt, look at this girl. She is asking a justice, gender equality. And why should we deny? So many people write to me, it seems you wrote a letter to JRD and you got a job. We will write to you, we should also get a job. I never asked for a job. I asked for justice. How can you discriminate a woman and who is well qualified on the basis of gender? Then I got a telegram. In those days, ladies' hostel. Phone was considered a very bad sign to have ladies' hostel because boys will call. So best is not to have a telephone. Okay. So only way of communication is only through telegram. When the telegram comes, most of the people think somebody is dead. Okay. First, you pray God and then you put a diya in front of Lord and then open the telegram. So this telegram, I got it and it was written there, please appear for the final interview at Pune at our expenses, first class, and such a date. I said not to go, etc. Then my friends told me in the hostel, "Hey, go yaar, what is there?" And Pune saris are anyway famous, 30 rupees per head. We used to get, we will give you 30 rupees. At their expense you are going, so you're not spending your money. The first time I got into first class train in my life. I've never seen a first class compartment until that. Got into the train, went there, and then I realized I'm in a really soup because the 7 people are the only candidate to interview. I realized that I will not get this job because they're very upset with me. However, it was a technical interview and I fared very well. Then they asked me, will you join us? They told me why we have advertised. Because that time the training used to be in Jamshedpur, which is in Bihar, now maybe in Jharkhand, I don't know where it is. And it was as notorious, Bihar had the same name what it is today, even in those days we had same name. So said it, we'll have Bihar training center and there are no ladies toilets. That ladies toilet is always a problem, I think, everywhere. And it used to be in a shift, 6 to 2 or 2 to 8, 2 to 9 actually. So how can you teach? Then I told, because I thought I will not take up the job, I was going abroad. I told my interviewer, Dr. Satyamurthy, Goenat Sangh says, my grandfather was a school teacher, no? So he taught me very well history of India. So I told Goenat Sangh when he started to come to India in 629 AD, everyone said don't go to India, it's very difficult to go. Even today it's difficult to go. And he walked from Xi'an to Kannauj. Everyone said don't go, but he said, in Chinese language there's a proverb, for every 10,000 li journey, there's always first step to start. I quoted that, I said, if you want to improve our country and the society, there's always a first step is you have to hire a woman. Otherwise the country will not progress. They said, fine, I will give you the job. I did not bother. I went home and told my father, I was very friendly with my father, with a great adventure I did. I thought my father will be very proud of me, but he was very upset with me. He said, first of all, you proved you don't have a brain because you cannot write to a person like JRD a postcard. You have to write in a band lifafa, at least a cover. Second thing he told me, what are you going to do? I said, no, I'm not taking up a job. I'm going abroad. MIT I was about to do my PhD. He said, look, if you really believe what you talk, do you believe? I said, of course I believe. He said, do you believe that women have to be equal with the men in the workforce? I said, yes, I believe in it. Do you feel that the gender difference is not correct? I said, yes, I believe in it. In that case, you have to take up this job. Because you raise the fundamental question that why women are denied and the job is offered to you, you are going abroad, that shows you are selfish. Depending on the circumstances, you change your policy. If you really respect what you talk and what you mean, in that case, you should take up this job, do well and show them, yes, women are capable. Those were the days where we used to listen to our parents. Those were the days where we never had it's my life and it's my space. There was no space. Anyway, we were 4 children, so there was no space.